little bit more Magic Online streaming. I'm going to use a little bit of a different deck this time, but if this is your first time seeing uh, some of the Order Tier stream here, welcome. This is some stuff that we're doing now with some kind of extra content, sort of just kind of showing you like what we're up to, and I'm playing Magic Online anyway. We're playing video games anyway. Might as well share that as we're doing it because that's kind of fun too. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be streaming some Magic Online. I play quite a bit of Magic Online, probably too much than is healthy, and probably way more than what my skill level will show. But it's fun, so that's kind of what we're gonna do here. The deck I'm gonna play with today is an Abzan Whip deck. We're doing standard. I may do some modern in the future. I have an okay modern deck. It's not even really tier 2. It's just like a red white tokens deck. But I've beaten Splinter Twin. I've beaten Green Red Tron. There are a lot of decks I've not beaten. I've gotten my rear end handed to me by Amulet Bloom combo. But yeah, I do a little bit of modern, and actually, I have one, I guess, relevant legacy deck, and it's annoying, so I probably won't stream it. It's Manaless Dredge, ha ha ha. But we're doing standard today. This is, like I said, the Abzan Whip deck. Some people call it Abzan Reanimator. Whatever your poison is there, it's fine. This is very similar to the deck that Oliver Tomiko won the Star City Games Providence Open a couple weeks ago with. There are a few changes. He has main deck Thought Seizes, and I don't know. I just don't really like Thoughtseize right now. And that's probably a mistake to remove them, but oh well. I've kind of already dove in here to the deck tech, so might as well. But yeah, I don't really like main deck Thoughtseize. I think Thoughtseize is a great sideboard card, especially when you're playing against control decks. I really want to bring that in against them sometimes. I just wanted more main deck removal. I've got Singleton Ultimate Price in the main board. I got a couple Heroes Downfall. All 4 Murderous Cuts because we're playing with Wayfinders again here. So that'll make the Murderous Cut pretty cheap. There's the single Sidisi Undead Vizier. Really cool card. Really cool card if you can whip it back too. Tutoring effects are really nice, and there's almost always some creature you can exploit. Wayfinders, Caryatids, even Hornet Queen tokens, if the need is that dire. This deck also runs the single mainboard Reclamation Sage. That's for other whip decks. Yeah, there haven't been too many Mastery of the Unseen decks, but that can help with that. I guess there have been a few. They're kind of moving away from the Nykthos shell, and I think they're just running, the Mana Dorks and just general non-devotion based, but still, ramping it to get enough mana for a couple mastery activations per turn. For a long game, for the long game. So I mean, obviously Reclamation Sage is okay against that. Some people like to play the Assault Formation decks. I can't lie, I've got a few of those over here if you look, but because it's fun, right? I mean, attack with a 6/6 effectively that you pay 2 mana for. It's pretty cool. So I mean, it helps with that too, but you don't see that too often. And generally, that deck will overwhelm you. They're playing 4 of the Assault Formation. They can just have 2 or 3 within a single game. The other big change here between this deck and Oliver's deck from the SCG Open is he has 2 Den Protectors, I think, and I have 2 Anaphens of the Foremost. Really, the only reason that isn't because I don't think it should be Den Protector. Actually, I think it should be Den Protector. Den Protector is a really good card. I just didn't have any, and they're actually pretty. They're not too bad now on Magic Online. I know that Den Protector and Death Mist Raptor, definitely Death Mist Raptor, got really expensive. Over the past couple weeks, but I think they're starting to come down a little bit. Although after the open this past weekend, with all of there were quite a few, like they called it Abzan Megamorph decks, where 4 Den Protectors, 4 Death Mist Raptors, even like Hidden Dragon Slayer, some of those other morphs or megamorphs that are in Dragons of Tarkir, they're pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty neat deck. I'm still playing kind of what I got here. But anyway, suffice it to say, I like Anafenza. Of course, she's legendary, but there's only 2 here, so that's generally not been a problem. She's an okay whip target, too, because she can, mess with some graveyard shenanigans in a turn if she can, destroy some creatures because they get exiled. But also the +1/+1 counter if she's attacking with somebody else, that's always nice. Of course, we have the 4 obligatory Siege Rhinos. If you're playing the junk colors and you're not playing Siege Rhino in Standard, I don't know. They're basically an auto include. Siege Rhino is just a really good card, whether you like it or not. It's just really good. And that's pretty much it. Well, of course, the Coursers and the Hornet Queens, but the mana base is pretty typical for your Abzan decks. 4 Windswept Heath, 4 Citadels, only 3 Temple of Malady, a couple of Temple of Silence. The reason for that, for me, is that I have the Anafenzas and I have a Singleton Utter End. Again, Utter End's a pretty decent removal spell. I really wish it were 3 mana. Of course, it would be pretty nuts if it were 3 mana, but I do like Utter End. 4 Llanowar Waste, a single Plains. Again, that's just so that I can hopefully get all that white mana on time. A single Urborg, a single Caves, and then 4 Forests. That's pretty much the main board. Sideboard, we got a single Glare of Heresy, great for opposing Siege Rhinos, and Elspeths, Anafenzas, both Anafenzas. Quite a few other targets there. Master of the Unseen, again, that's something we can bring in on the control matchup. That'll help us in the long game a bit too, as long as the control deck we're playing against doesn't have any good interaction with enchantments, which most don't. The best one was Sultai control, but not as many people playing that. They're playing like the Esper Dragons control. 3 Thoughtseizes, again, for the control match. Ultimate Price, Bile Blights. Those are for your small aggro decks. I mean, good against even Abzan aggro, but especially Mono Red aggro or Atarka Red. Arbor Colossus, there's lots of dragons. Farika, Farika's just a cool card. Can get some good advantage if your whip's not coming up often enough. Throw in a Farika, and then your graveyard still becomes something that's interesting. And then the 4 Fleecemane Lions, definitely for the control matchup. That's pretty much the deck tech, so we can go ahead and jump into the play lobby here. Again, I'm not going to do a daily. Don't have the time, but I should have time for 1 or 2 matches here in the general play lobby. It looks like nobody's up right now, so I'll go ahead and just try to host a match. Ooh, and if I can get the window in the right place here, we might be able to see it. There we go. Yeah, so maybe a minute before we get an opponent, but I like this deck. I generally like Abzan. I like Abzan in Standard more than I do in Modern. Just because I'm in the Siege Rhino camp. Obviously it's an amazing card. It's fun to play. It's the best feeling ever to Siege Rhino your opponent to death. Of course, it's the worst feeling ever to be Siege Rhino to death, so take that for what it's worth. Yes, we want to play first here. We're not playing Dredge. Okay, this hand is not great, not pitiful. I can't really even do anything turn 3 though, so I think I'm gonna mulligan This hand's not much better, but oh no, 2 hornet. Yeah, this is not any better. I think I'm kind of priced into keeping this hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Start with the temple. See what we got here. Yeah, that. This is tough. I'm gonna put that on the bottom. If I'm on the play, I just want some action sooner, even though I kind of need that mana. That was not a bad decision. Now it appears, so I will go ahead and play this Caryatid. I'm just trying to decide if I want to get the plains here. I think I do. Yeah, I'll just go with the plains because like I would prefer later on to not have to tap the Caryatid. I guess that really doesn't matter one way or the other, but we'll see. Okay, Jeskai tokens. Probably at least. Well, this is good. I'm not gonna have to tap my Caryatid. I think that we're good. We could play Murderous Cut. So if he's doing something fancy like running a main deck Mantis Rider or I guess even Dragon Lord Ojutai. I seem to have read that Yuya Watanabe started running a main deck Ojutai or Dragon Lord Ojutai. So I think that's probably not a bad idea for the deck because that gives you some good power in case you don't draw your ascendancies. All right. So anyway, back to the match at hand. Yeah, I'm kind of slow here, but luckily he is too. The good thing is my Doomwake's gonna really wreck him this next turn. So that's what we want to do. Oh, well, that's interesting. I never noticed that it says tapped creature and not attacking creature. Well, I mean, I just never paid it that much attention. So it looks like my Caryatid got a +1/+1 counter from my Anafenza here, so that's pretty cool. Oh, that's good because that means that Caryatid's a good blocker against this deck now. Oh, he's gonna hate this. Come in with my Courser to trigger the Doomwake again. Oh man, this is brutality. Yeah. I hope my opponent doesn't concede the match because this is one of those situations where I've noticed that a lot of people, if they get into a match that's a bad matchup for them, and I think I have a pretty good tokens matchup, if they lose real quick like that, they'll just concede. They don't want any of it. All right, so the things we want here, we definitely want Glare of Heresy. So if they land an Ascendancy, we want to be able to get rid of it. I really would like another Reclamation Sage, but I'm going to bring in the Bile Blights. I don't think Hornet Queen's too great. It's a little slow because they can just explode out of nowhere. There's not much I could do. I mean, I could potentially bring in Thoughtseize to hope that I get lucky and can snag like an Ascendancy. That may be a right thing to do because if they don't have Ascendancy, it's like really hard for them to beat me. I think I want to remove Commune with the Gods, and maybe I do want to go with Thoughtseize here. I think I'm going to try that. I mean, worst case scenario, I just back out in game 3. Utter End, I want that for Ascendancy. What do I remove here? Ultimate Price isn't great. Hero's Downfall is okay if they have like Chandra, but most of these decks don't run Chandra anymore. I don't think Hero's Downfall is all that great here. But yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this, just leaving the one Downfall. Hopefully these Thoughtseizes will overperform for me, and I will be happy about it. I mean, honestly, if I can just pick off one Ascendancy, I'll be happy. Heck, I'd be even happy probably picking off Stoke the Flames. This is a slow hand, but I have some okay removal. I don't have mana to even play it. It's problematic. I'm going to mulligan this hand. That's a hand I would be tempted to keep, but I shouldn't. I'm going to go ahead and keep this, though, because that Caryatid and the Courser can do some good blocking work. Oh, this is good for us that he opened on a Temple, too. All right, yeah, we'll start with the Citadel. So definitely Caryatid next turn, Courser before land the turn after that. Ooh, Flood. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so... it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So, 2 temples, and then a tap. Oh, this is a pretty horrible start for my opponent. I kind of feel bad. I'm thinking that if I had the Thoughtseize, I would totally fire it off right now, because I guarantee you that's probably his next play is Jeskai Ascendancy. I definitely don't want this Urborg, so that scries to the bottom. Oh, look at this super flood here. Oh well. I mean, at least my opponent doesn't have a real fast start here. But I bet we're gonna see an Ascendancy this turn. Oh man, 4 tap lands in a row. That's pretty brutal on this tokens deck. I almost don't want to play Wayfinder next turn because I do. Yep, there's the Ascendancy. I do not want to risk dropping something I need here, like a Reclamation Sage or a Glare of Heresy into the graveyard. You know what? I want to shuffle, I think. So I'm going to play this Windswept Heath. I want to do it now because I want to see what my outcome's going to be. Another Wayfinder. Oh my goodness. Okay, my deck's hating me. I'm going to play this Wayfinder. Okay, no lands, but nothing terrible. The Bile Blight would have been nice. The Hero's Downfall is not much better, but the Bile Blight would have been nice, but that's much nicer than... Or seeing it go into the graveyard is much nicer than having, like I said, Reclamation Sage or Glare of Heresy or Utter End go into the graveyard, because I could cast any of those right now and get rid of that Ascendancy. So, okay, he hasn't triggered Ascendancy yet. I wonder if he might this turn. Maybe not. I should have blocked with the Wayfinder. That was terrible. Oh well. The good thing is that either he doesn't have anything or he wants me to kill that Rabblemaster because he saw my Hero's Downfall, and I am super flooding right now. This is just like not even right. But I don't really care. I don't want this Rabblemaster on the table. I just realized I could have walked right into a Valorous stance there, which would not have been very nice, but would have been my mistake. I think that we're probably okay right now. Well, he has 5 cards in hand. He is getting close to being able to... Yeah, see, he didn't care about that first Rabblemaster. He's getting close to being able to Treasure Cruise, and I don't like that at all. I definitely want to stop one of these goblins. Oh, why did I not block the other? Whatever. I'm kind of... yeah, I'm super tilted here. Look at this. I'm so flooded right now. It's like not even funny. I mean, the good news is he probably won't attack with the Rabblemaster if I leave my Courser. If I don't attack with Courser. So I think that that's just what I'll do here. And if he does attack with the Rabblemaster, I don't really have a problem with blocking. Again, though, he may have Valorous Stance in hand. I think at this point, though, actually, if he attacks with Rabblemaster, I could just let it happen because I've got enough of lives, because he's only going to hit me for 4 with the Rabblemaster itself. Oh, oh man. Yeah, don't have a good concept of all the dragons cards I need to watch out for. Although this is a great one, obviously Encase in Ice. If you don't know, he gets to tap that Courser, and it is not untapping anytime soon. It's that was a really good play for my opponent. A really good sideboard in too. So he's definitely attacking with everything here. Yeah. I don't know that I care about hitting for 5 right now. I'm just gonna see what happens here. Oh, combat tricks! Oh my goodness, I really need to keep in mind that ascendancy is real, because he may hit me for a whole lot right now. I just haven't thought about this tokens deck for a while. It's pretty explosive. I mean, if he had like, and he probably doesn't, but if he had like 3 wild slashes, I would be really up a creek right now. Look at this, just land for days. I should have played the other Courser. What in the world? I'm so tilted. It's not even funny. Whatever. And there's another land on top. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Having drawn only what, maybe 4 non-land cards, 4 or 5. I think 5 because I had the 2 Wayfinders. Is he going to Encase in Ice again? That would be just the icing on the cake. Yep. Sure enough. I'm about ready to concede. Just go to the next game. I mean, the good thing is, like, if I do draw a Reclamation Sage, then I can get rid of these Encase in Ice. But at this point, it's like, I mean, the Ascendancy is worse for me than that. I would almost prefer to draw a removal spell. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, stoke. What's he stoking? I guess one of my coursers or me? Me. Yeah, well, that's a thing you can do. I can't stop you. I don't know. I like the tokens deck, the Jeskai tokens deck. I I played it in paper for a while, starting back in January, and it's I don't know why it's so far off the map. I mean, of course, people pay attention to it, but you look at like the bigger tournaments, not many people are playing it. I mean, you see a handful, but I'm going to throw Caryatid in front of this Rabble Master. Oh yeah, I didn't even count. He got me, so that's fine. That was a fair win from my opponent. Well, I'll say it's a fair win. I'm not that upset by losing because I flooded, and that's just part of the variance of Magic. Thoughtseize would be good if I could have drawn it. I want to keep that in there. Hero's Downfall was not awesome. Ultimate Price is good. Rabble Master, did not think about Rabble Master being in the deck. A lot of these builds now are, the one that I'm playing is almost creatureless. It has a playset of Mantis Riders because a lot of people don't see that coming if you open like a tokens deck, and it's fun to surprise people. And of course, Mantis Rider is just cool. Of course, Bile Blight makes it problematic. I think more people are starting to run Bile Blight now instead of Ultimate Price. Just because the Jeskai aggro deck is pretty popular. I don't know what else I want to change here. I need to remove something. I don't know if maybe Caryatid. Yeah, I don't really want to see 4 of those. Let's just go with that. Yes, I would indeed like to play first. This hand is just a little slow here, but it's got Reclamation Sage, so I'm keeping it. And with Wayfinder, we may be able to play Siege Rhino on time, so that would be pretty cool. I guess I only have one option here. So we're going Caryatid, Ooh, this is very nice because I will be able to play Siege Rhino on time. I don't think I want that. I want some more action, but what I do want is carry added right now, so that I can turn 4 Siege Rhino. Yep. The good thing is that if my opponent plays Ascendancy here, he taps out for it, and I can remove it with Reclamation Sage. What can blow me out here? Because I really want that turn 4 Siege Rhino. I'm just going to go with this. I don't think that he do much, because obviously the carry added's hexproof. Yep. So it looks like no turn 4 Siege Rhino, but consolation prize is bye-bye Ascendancy. Let's just hope he doesn't draw another one this game. Okay. Yes, I would like to use the ability. All right, so not great, but not bad, because I can actually be mana efficient here and play this Satyr Wayfinder. So that's pretty cool. I think I want the Temple because I want to scry. I don't really need the mana exactly next turn. I have this whip too, so that's gonna be good. I still think I want to. I know I want to. Oh, that's terrible. At least he doesn't have a 2 in play. This Jeskai Ascendancy stuff, man. Well, the good thing is this Temple. I have more information about what I really want to draw next, so that's going to be helpful for scrying. And it's not a plains. If I can get him to kill my Reclamation Sage, yeah, I want to bait him into doing that. So I'm going to attack with everything I can here. Oh, yeah, he's wise up on that. All right, so that's fine. And then I'm just going to Siege Rhino. So let's go black, green, white 1. Got to be careful here because my opponent, well, so he's triggered Ascendancy once. The good thing is I don't think he can trigger it one more time, but I don't think there's any spells that, like, single blue spells where he could trigger it just because this isn't the combo deck, so he's not running Retraction Helix or anything like that. I don't care if I lose my carry added here, but I'm trying to, I don't think it doesn't mean any good to block because I still have a lot of lives. I've got a Whip of Erebos. He's definitely not going to beat me this turn. Although he could Stoke, and which is what he's doing. The good thing is not blocking means I didn't lose my Siege Rhino or my carry added. Not that I care too much about that. Maybe I wanted to lose my Siege Rhino because I could whip it back. So let's count some mana here. And play my land for the turn. So that's 4. So that's only 7 sources of mana. So I can't play whip and activate it. So I think I want to play it because I want to get lifelink this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. He will not block the Reclamation Sage. I doubt he'll block the Rhino. But if he doesn't destroy the Rhino, then he will actively, I think, try to not destroy the Rhino if I block with him because he doesn't want me to whip it back to get that life swing trigger again. What I am going to do, though, is play this Wayfinder and hope I can dump a Rhino into the graveyard. Or, well, I don't have another Reclamation Sage. Well, that wasn't helpful at all. Although, I mean, I can Murderous Cut something if things get dire. So there's that at least. Yes, this turn I need to block all out because he's got enough mana, enough creatures, and an Ascendancy in play such that I could definitely die if I don't block all out. Um, Also, I want to save, or next turn, I want Reclamation Sage to block. Oh, he's going to Treasure Cruise. This is not good for me. So, I think he's looking for probably as many cheap spells as he can. Oh, he's running Secure the Wastes. That's interesting. I know it's a thing that's happening now. It's a pretty cool card. It's another one of those cards. Oh, okay. I think. Well, yeah, he needed his value from the ascendancy on that. Maybe he thinks he's gonna kill me this turn. That makes me a little nervous. Yeah, I mean he could stoke for free, and then wild slash wild slash. Is that enough? So that's, I don't think, if he stokes. Oh, ooh, yeah. He may anticipate here. He may stoke, not stoke. Excuse me. He may wild slash. I don't know, maybe he just wanted to. I'm gonna block the goblins. He maybe just wanted to. I mean, 12. Oh, he's probably got lightning strike or wild slash in hand. He's although I'm gonna gain 1 life, so it'd have to be lightning strike. Oh yeah, he's got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, not much I could do about that. Jeskai Ascendancy is a real magic card. Um, that was a well played game by my opponent. Um, yeah, he knew he pretty much had to go for it that turn because next turn would have been Whip Rhino. Man, I don't think I would have won. I really don't. My opponent was just really good. But I think that this is one of those situations where I really like the black green deck better than the black green Whip of Erebos deck than the Abzan Whip. Yeah, Abzan gets Siege Rhino, but you can run 4 Doom Wakes in the black green and just completely wreck. I mean, completely wreck the tokens decks. Um, but I mean, you're always going to be subject to variance and skilled opponents like I faced today. Just checking the time here. I'll probably call that it for today. I think that this may be something I try to do a little more regularly. Like I said, I play Magic online just about every day, even if it's only 1 or 2 matches. I'll log in and play just the 1 or 2. Because normally I don't have the time to play a whole daily, but I'm going to try to go ahead and stream as many of these as I can, just because it's fun for me, and it helps me, I think, to become a better player as I talk through my plays and the potential things my opponents could be doing. So yeah, I appreciate you dropping by and checking this out, and well, there we go, got kicked out of the match because the opponent left, but yeah, like I said, I'll try to do this more often. And so that's pretty much it. Guess should give the general order of tier sign off. You can check out our website, videogamemetal.com, which actually just goes to our Bandcamp at the moment. If you're not familiar with what order of tier is, we are a band that we take music from video games. We're very much akin to the video game remix culture. So we kind of do that. So we take sometimes chord progressions, melodies, sometimes just very small elements from video game songs, and put them into original arrangements and using some original composition to create songs that are effectively power metal. We add a lot of electronic elements. We add a lot of metalcore elements, a lot of gent type stuff now, and we actually add original vocals, so original lyrics, and we have a female singer. So if you are seeing this video on our YouTube channel, I'm going to put up there after the stream finishes. Check out some of our other videos. We And if you're on Twitch here, just go to youtube.com/Order of Tier, and we have live performance videos and a whole host of other things, and we're hoping to have a whole lot more in the future. So check it out, and hope you drop in soon.